So what I was saying before is that, right, last night I was just trying to come up with the material I was going to share today, and just came to the conclusion that women who break the rules, who do what they're not supposed to do, are always the best dressed. And so naturally I was like, let's do Gentlemen Prefer Blondes and Cleopatra Jones.
Perfect.
Real thoughts.
So we're going to start with Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. Let's run the clip. And we've got Marilyn in this fitted dress. And okay. Already they're doing one of my favorite techniques that costume designers use, which is taking advantage of movement in clothing. Oh. So when she's strutting down the hallway and she's got this wraparound that kind of serves as a cape.
Yeah.
And it just, I mean, she's already got like the walk down pat, but it just emphasizes just like the rhythm and like her grace, and it just makes the outfit so much more dynamic.
Right.
And then you'll see it. This is a side-by-side where it comes up again later. We've brought the cape from the shoulders to the waist. And it's just it's just gorgeous.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh yeah.
It's gorgeous, gorgeous.
Absolutely. And that thing that she's holding, is it like?
So that's like you can unzip it and put things inside. Like that's a purse / a little thing to just put your hands in. Like it's just.
I love it.
We've got multi-purpose accessories here.
I love it.
It gets better. Okay.
Wow.
Look at that movement. Gorgeous. Look at that. Wow.
And I love like the whole, like look over there, like the whole point thing to kind of like show off, like.
Yeah, she's like, totally modeling the clothes.
Yeah.
Right? That's mastery on her part. She just knows what she's doing.
Exactly. Wow.
If you can see, so we've got really unique sleeves on this one. I don't know if you saw when she was coming from, you could see her from the back when she was walking up to the door initially, but her sleeves here, they kind of jut out towards the back. And they've got like a really firm shape to them, like a little rectangular thing that comes out. And then you see here with, let me tell you who's on screen also. So this is Marilyn Monroe, and she plays Lorelei Lee in the film. And then we've got Jane Russell, and she plays Dorothy Shaw. Mm-hmm. So Dorothy here has got the same thing going on with her cuffs on this jacket. Both wearing, open jackets in this film. But again, it's just like, there's Jane Russell's outfit is a little bit more simple, but they just play it up again with these cuffs and just giving more shape and giving more drama wherever you can. And so I saw that as a theme that kind of bleeds into the rest of the film is definitely cuffs and sleeves and these particular shapes, these particular straight lines.
The detailing on Lorelei's jacket actually reminded me a bit of this Keith Haring piece.
So this is one thing I wanted to include this for multiple reasons. For one, I noticed this in Cleopatra Jones, and I noticed this in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. And this isn't this initial thought is not about costume, but they're always framing the women's faces and literally framing them within the frame. So like how you see here, how she's out the window, and then we're looking at her through the window here, both in these circular frames. And you see it when you go back and watch the films, you'll see it like several times throughout, constantly being framed. Same thing in Cleopatra Jones. And I just thought that was really fun that they just both do that.
Curious. And that's a perfect shadow too, by the way. Like,
isn't it? No, oh my God, we can get into shadows. There's a lot of interesting shadows in this movie in particular. The lighting is really cool.
This is that's an amazing point. I That's very interesting. I never realized that.
Yeah, so, okay.
Later.
Jumping into this right now, we're about to go into one of my other favorite tropes in costume design or fashion on film, is the improvised outfits. For whatever reason, it could be the character fell in the water fountain, and now they have to, improvise an outfit, or somebody spilled wine, or somebody whatever. But I love when the scene just calls for a costume change.
Exactly.
And so this one is really simple. Like, this is a really practical use of the technique where he hands her this blanket. Here's another improvised outfit. This one, we never see the front. It's just a mystery look. You just see the back, but the back is enough, obviously. And like, they had to throw like a gold something somewhere in this film, so they just had that. But look at that, she's framed again. Another improvised outfit.
Wow.
In this scene, Dorothy Shaw has to. Well, okay, so Jane Russell is gonna give a Marilyn Monroe / Lorelei Lee impression in court. She's helping her friend out because she robbed this old lady of her tiara, and it's this whole situation. So that's why we're seeing her in blonde, and this comes towards the end of the film. Another fun thing where it's like, just using every opportunity they can to give us another look, so we get to see Jane Russell with Marilyn Monroe's hairstyle, which is very fun.
Exactly.
But another improvised outfit here with this fur coat. And what I love about it is that she wears it very similar to how Marilyn wears the blanket in the other improvised outfit. So I just thought they just draped themselves very similarly in the clothes. And I don't know if that was like a purposeful connection that they made, but it was one that I noticed, and I thought it was really brilliant. Or maybe Jane Russell did that on her own. She's very like a very intuitive actress, but that was a really great choice.
Yeah. Clearly.
Okay. Here we have another theme going on with the outfits, which is the primped collar.
Ooh.
Marilyn's got it here. And then the outfit that I introduced earlier, where I was talking about the sleeves, going up to the shoulders, we've got this collar that's primped up. High on the shoulders, same as Marilyn in this outfit. Love it.
And I feel like it's modern too.
Yeah, totally. None of this has gone out of style.
Yeah.
Not a single thing on screen yet. We've got another theme with collars here, which is this little zhuzh right here on Dorothy. I have no idea what to call that, but you see that thematically throughout the film. So like, you've got that here, and then here we go in their showgirl outfits, and they've got the roses on the breast line, and it's giving that same shape, that same zhuzh little swirl that they just had on the collar.
And the hats, like the flaps on the hat, are kind of reminiscent of the flaps that were like sticking out of the sleeve before, and like the collar, but like it's like that extra kind of movement he was talking about.
Literally, I'm so glad you brought up the hats, because one point I wanted to make about those is that it's giving me like a retro futurism thing, but then it also looks like witch hats to me.
Yeah.
And I love that, because these are two women who are scamming men throughout the film. And just kind of leveraging their sexual power to do what they please.
Yeah.
And so not a witch necessarily in the magical sense, or you could say with the way that they use their sexual power, but a witch more in the sense of, how women are categorized as you're either the bitch, the witch, or the maiden, the mom, the whatever, right?
Mm.
And they would be, the maiden / the witch.
Mm.
Because they're not doing what they're supposed to. So I don't know if that was done with political intention or if I'm just inventing on my own here, but I thought that was even just aesthetically a really great choice for this scene.
I mean, that was a perfect point, Amanda. That was a very, very, yeah. And that didn't even click to me. I just thought it was just like very like, yeah, like specific to have the design of like the flaps of the hat, just like that, and like having it almost kind of like cross their face, their head in a way, like have it like tilted. But that's like wow, exactly. I don't think you're overreaching like that. Like that's perfect. Like I hope that that's what they were intending. But that's a perfect point. That's very creative.
Right?
Are those supposed to be like the bunny tails? Like the bunny tail?
It only gets better. Oh, what are they? They're kind of reminiscent of the Playboy outfits.
Yeah.
I know a black woman is responsible for those.
Boom. Of course.
USA.
Yeah.
Okay. Carrying the yellow right over into this scene.
Yeah.
Just bringing up the rest of the color combinations that are kind of prevalent throughout the film. In the clothing. So, red, white, and blue. Now, they're in Paris, and I'm pretty sure that's France's, those are the color of the French flag. But also, they're the colors of the American flag. And, we never really miss an opportunity to be patriotic in these American films, or a little bit nationalist or whatever, right?
Right.
And so here we've got that color combination. So let's look. Okay, look at the fullness of this look. Because the way they styled Jane Russell for this scene is so, I don't have the words.
Iconic. More, yeah.
What?
And I feel like they
This one is a favorite of mine, of all time, of cinematic history.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh.
And then you see, so this is a swim team in the back, and Dorothy kind of has her fun with them, and they're standing in the back like fanboys here in those awful fedoras, but they're wearing that red, white, and blue combination.
Yeah.
That I was talking about again. And notice, like, I haven't even brought up really the men's looks in these films because not that they're not to be, not that they shouldn't be noted, but just that everything that a man wears on screen, especially during this time, but in this film in particular, is simply just to serve as a better backdrop for what the women are wearing. And so, they're all wearing like neutral colors, and they might have a tie that accents what she's wearing, and it's well put together, but they really are there to complement the girls on screen.
I was thinking that when you were showing, that's a perfect point. Yeah, that's a perfect point. I was thinking that when you were showing the other footage when she was in the room when the guy comes through the door.
Right.
I thought I was thinking like my eyes like immediately goes to the woman behind him. And his outfit makes it easy for my eyes to go straight to that. Like you said, the neutral color, the grays, the blues, stuff like that.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, moving forward. So we're back at this shot.
We just saw Marilyn and Jane dressed to color coordinate with the cast and set and distinguish themselves through statement accessories. Here their presence is amplified by dressing in contrast to their surroundings with pops of saturated color in their wardrobe.
And it's lovely. And another thing about relating the clothing to the scenery is now I don't know if this was intentional or I don't know. But the gaffing in this scene, you've got these shadows on the wall that are creating this white white, gray kind of stripes across the wall. And then you've got that same effect with the plaid on her jacket. And I'm just like, was the gaffer just like, was everybody just on the same page, or was it just like, was it just an act of God, or like what? I don't know.
I love how, like, when the guys who were running, they ultimately revealed Marilyn Monroe kind of just sitting there, because the camera panned over, like right before they revealed Marilyn Monroe.
Exactly. Yeah. And then even like just this location, again, I wish I could talk to these crew members and see like where their head was at when they were doing this, but even like the outfit that Jane Russell's wearing even works with the location. Like you just got so you've got this leading line down to some non-existent place on camera that you can't see, and then you've got these horizontal lines on the ceiling, and then one long vertical line going down, and then you just got all these cross-hatching lines, and then she just mirrors that on her jacket, and it was just it was a wonderful choice. Wonderful choice.
That one long line from where did I say Meryl Streep before? Marilyn Monroe, she's sitting under that window.
Seeing Marilyn Monroe sitting under the cross on the window made me think of this fun fact. She became a Christian Scientist at 18. There's an online bid for an essay she wrote on the subject. She said, "Thank God I'm not immortal, living in a material world, subject to a material law. But I am an immortal living in a spiritual world, subject to spiritual law." Ending with, "He who gets much out of Christian Sciences puts much into it. I am going to make a book on good thoughts and helpful things."
Exactly. So yeah, lots of they play a lot with shape and lines in this films. I can't wait to get more into it.
Wow.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, and we have to give this outfit more attention. Woo! What a reveal. Okay. I'm getting excited. So
earrings.
One thing I love that costume designers, directors, or the actors, because sometimes I can't tell if the actors are just being intuitive, or if the director is just making an amazing choice, or if the costume designer set it up this way. But in films that have the most dynamic or engaging costume design, the characters are wearing layered outfits where they are constantly revealing the look throughout the scene, so that you're basically getting 3 different looks in one scene from one outfit that the costume designer put together. So here, we just have to, because this is just a wonderful outfit reveal. This is the first time you see it in full in the film.
Yeah. Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Look at that. So, okay. Boom.
Ah! She just revealed the shoe, like.
And she gave you the leg, and she was like, "And now what?"
Wow.
Wonderful. I love that it was a jumpsuit.
Yeah.
I love that it was a jumpsuit. Especially because, so this number that they're going into, this is a musical. So they've got a bunch of performances throughout. And this is just a great practical choice also for her to move around. Because she does there's a lot of choreography. She's wonderful in this scene. She does an amazing job. And you've got the swim team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I chose this shot because now I'd like to talk about jewelry. Joan Joseph is responsible for the costume jewelry in this film. So jewelry in shape, more so, is what I'm here to talk about. So these earrings are one of many triangles in this film. There's triangles everywhere, like everywhere in the film. But especially, you see it a lot in clothing, but you'll see it in blocking. Like, watch the film, you'll find triangles everywhere.
Oh,
but I'm about to show you a couple, right? One that I didn't put in this montage, but is conveniently placed right here in the reveal is, okay, so she makes this line here. this triangle here, this triangle there. Okay, let's go back and I'll show more explicit examples. Another triangle neckline.
Whoa.
Another
What?
one.
And the collars. Those
And
collars.
the print collar. Again. So really consistent. Okay. So another triangle, right?
Whoa. And she's like framed perfectly in between those two frames.
Absolutely. And if we go back, you'll notice the guy who's holding the boxes, the boxes, the ribbons on the boxes are the same color of the ribbons in these frames. I'll do it in editing, I'll show. So, okay. Again, shout out to Joan Joseph, costume jewelry designer.
We see foreign fashion influences with the Japanese collar and obi belts, often in American cinema, despite all the xenophobic sentiments of the time. Biting the hand that feeds you is as American as apple pie.
Now I'd like to talk about the use of jewelry in the film and the way that it's placed. So this necklace here, Marilyn is obviously a big fan of diamonds in this film, as she has that whole song. But the necklace here I thought was really cute and unconventional because it's kind of like a bolo tie. In this scene, Marilyn's like, she wants to make the tiara a necklace. And she's like, how do I get it around my neck? And then Dorothy's like, it goes on your head, and she's like, well, you're talking to me like I was born yesterday. She's like, I know it goes on my head. I want to wear it around my neck. Like so it's just like you see a lot of just like wanting to
Right.
place jewelry in like unconventional ways.
Right.
So I'll let this scene play out and then see her playing with it again. She took her cuff off her wrist and she's trying to create now a tiara out of the wrist cuff and this other string of diamonds that one of her suitors just gave her. I'm going to get into this look and everything.
She's just constantly shaking the table.
Right?
Similar to how the costume designer brought Marilyn's cape from her shoulders to her waist, the brooch has been brought from its traditional placement on the breast to adorn the hips.
Okay, and then you've got this brooch on the shoulder. And then here's another example of the outfits kind of just revealing themselves as the scene goes on. And we get this. So playing with jewelry again, the way that they put the way that they kind of weave the necklace underneath that sash that goes across the neckline.
Yeah.
I thought was really unique.
Yeah. Super unique.
So asymmetrical lines, shapes, lengths of the collar. So you've got here this line going this way, longest one going that way, and then crossing under that way.
Right. Right.
Asymmetrical again with these buttons here on the side of the collar. She's matching her nails and the outfits matching the rooster in the background and the practical lights on set. Okay, moving forward.
Right, man.
Okay. So we're about to look at another asymmetrical line, but neckline. But before we do that, look at this.
Oh.
Do you see the triangles on the back of the dress? And right here at the top.
Is that relevant to like anything like story-wise in terms of what could it be like symbolism for something in terms of story?
Honestly, not explicitly, but I mean, if I was going to reach here, I could say because one of the major focal point of this film is diamonds. And so you've got like these prism and triangular shapes that you can fit into a diamond and that make up a diamond. And so maybe that's why you've got this theme of triangles throughout the wardrobe. But, you know, that's all speculation.
Wow. Oh, I feel like that's more than speculation. I feel like that's fact. Like that is an amazing point.
But they snapped. Okay, look at this.
Wow.
Another asymmetrical neckline. Gorgeous. And reusing jewelry in the best way. So we've got those same gold cuffs that we had with the purple outfit on this dress. Okay. And then we come with some more Godiva, dark chocolate.
Okay, Snatch.
Look at that.
Ooh, you looking right at her breast sleeves. Wow.
I know, right? But see how the men are simply just accenting what she's got going on. I mean, he's got his little tie that does a lot with her, this gold that she's holding right here and her red nails, and so matching her jewelry and makeup. Also notice that throughout this film, the makeup is uniform. And they focus pretty, they just keep a pretty tight focus on just wardrobe, switching out wardrobe. Several costume changes throughout this film, but the makeup is pretty uniform. Same shade of lipstick, same everything on the face.
Just effort, yeah, wow. I'm just amazed at the effort of this entire production. The team, I mean, like, the lady in red in the back, and it's like, even though she looks how she looks, it's like your eyes are kind of moving around the room though, because it's so many different, like the lady sitting down in blue.
Then they've got a little red, another woman framed in the back in a frame. Okay, moving forward. More gowns, more beautiful gowns.
Oh.
Okay.
It's giving me like a Bollywood feel.
Yeah, I could see that. This is another excerpt from the court scene. More triangles here at the bottom and at the top.
Yeah.
The top.
Wow.
You'll see throughout this film also, they place jewelry over the gloves. And I love that because it's very like, it just plays to the whole flamboyance and just like, they're just kind of the nonchalant like luxury and glamour of the whole films. So no one really nobody really wears black. I noticed like black is substituted for navy blue, but like a deep navy blue. So it's just like, you could think it's black, but when you really look, or if the light hits it in a certain way, it's navy blue. And so it's just like keeping with that same, here we've got the same red, white, and blue theme that they just work into the film.
Dorothy Shaw is the only character to wear black, and Lorelei Lee is the only one to wear a dress of gold. So I love how both were given their own color moment.
And yeah, and like and there's a lot of red and pink together. Like that's what they're constantly doing for their lipstick. Is always red, pink, red, pink, red, pink. It's always in frame together. And even in outfits that are entirely, for example, in Dorothy Shaw's outfit that's entirely red, but they gave her a pink lip instead. So I like how they use those two colors together, but love it. Love it. Okay, this is the first outfit of the film. They come out with this.
That's standard.
They're showgirls. So you've got the feathers, and you've got the sparkle, and you've got, you'll see in a later scene, like, these are removable. I actually thought those were sewn on, but those are removable on the gown.
Really?
And deep necklines. Right? But this is how they start the film, in uniform together. And they end the film in uniform together, getting married to two guys here. Marilyn's still gotta have her diamonds right here, but
That's gorgeous.